Sorry about that. I had to go get my notes. Okay, this is another book in the series. The first book was called Earth. Now this is water. What it is about is that kids, there's 4 kids that were living together as a family. Cade had turned around and took him in. Well, Cade had a place in Wyoming, so he got married and he's raising the baby. So the girls decided to leave. Elsa, she's a storm chaser. She's the youngest one. Morgan, she's the water healer. She's also a good cook. There's Trent. He wants to demolish the B&B. And this is on Nantucket Island, and it gets a lot of tourists in there, so they figure that if they can get tourists in it, they'll be able to keep the B&B open. Agnes is the owner of the B&B. What happened was that Morgan turned around, left the farm, and decided to come up to Nantucket. And Nantucket's up near Rhode Island, so it's like a little peninsula, and the tourists coming there out, they get hit a lot of times during tourists, during seasons, and she is what they call a water healer, which means she can control water. She controls the water in the B&B, and then she'll walk out into the ocean, and she can control the water. She has powers to control the water. Before the storms all start, which are normal for Nantucket Island and different areas in Rhode Island, the guys that do the lobster boating and fishing will keep an eye on the water and say, well, the water's going to be hard, rough this year, and see if they're going to be able to catch anything. Well, here comes Trent. He's a smart, I would call him a smart ass, because he does act like he owns everything and anything. Well, Morgan takes him sightseeing through Nantucket. And like most little islands, you take a bike or, you walk, because it's not that big of an island. Well, she did. And she took him around Nantucket, showing him all the old historical sites. Some of the buildings were over 100 to 120 years old, and they kept them open. There's not that many restaurants on the island, and so there's really nothing really to do except for sightseeing. Going to the antique place. So Agnes is getting on in years, and when she's getting on, she decides she needs to sell the B&B. But Kate's family can't afford it right now. And the sister, she's just staying there for room and board because she's a cook and she wanted to cook for somebody. She's almost like a gourmet chef. They say she makes some delicious meals, crepes in the morning, some really fancy sandwiches for lunch, and then anything you could think of for dinner. And they have the wine tasting. They have a couple other different things going. She usually enters the contest at the wine tasting thing, but she didn't do it this year. So what's happening in the book is really good. Like I said, it's 17 chapters. And what is happening is she's falling for Trent. And Trent keeps saying, nope, I don't want nobody. I don't need nobody. And he's getting to a point where, I could tear up the floors. I could sell that beveled glass window to somebody. I could sell the antique furniture to somebody. I could sell this to that person. And he was thinking about totally demolishing the B&B. Well, Trump was being like his mom and dad, stuck up. He had all his money, investments. He was looking on the island for possibly more investments. To buy a couple of the older buildings, maybe tear them down, maybe fix them up. He doesn't know. But things were starting to happen. And her sister and the brother came in with her sister's crew. They did not make a lot of money storm chasing. But they come in and tell her, where the storms are coming from, north, south, east, and west, and how bad they're going to be. Well, what happens, her sister-in-law, their crew leaves. Trent, Agnes, a young couple that just got married, is there. And they were sightseeing. Agnes had decided she wanted to go to an ice cream shop. So she told the couple, we're going to have to go down to the ice cream shop and get some dessert. She asked Trent if he wanted to come. He said, yeah, why not? So the 5 of them went down there to have ice cream. And it's homemade ice cream. The Trent's realizing instead of demolishing the B&B, he's putting more money into the B&B. Which is not really good because, he thought maybe he'd put a high-rise there. But things are changing. The storms are coming. The dangers ahead. They were all at the, Agnes and her neighbor was on a boat out sightseeing. But Trent, his ex-girlfriend, and half the town was at the wine festival. Trent looks around and says, oh my God, there's a storm coming. Yep. A storm's coming, guys. We got to get out of here before it hits. So a lot of people are taking shelter everywhere they can. It's pouring down so bad that they can't see 5 feet in front of them. Well, like I said, Agnes and her neighbor was on the boat. And Trent says, where's Agnes? Morgan says she's at B&B. And he goes, we got to get back there. They had been at one of the people that were at the wine tasting place. One of the rich and hotty-toddy guys. Well, Morgan decides when everybody's not looking, she takes off running down the beach. You're going to have to listen to this book. It's a really good book. And like I said, I'm kind of hoping the next one's going to be a just like this. Because I figure, you got wind, you got fire. Wind and water, so now you're going to have fire. So we'll see what the author does. But I'm going to tell you, I've been getting these books from WordPress Incorporation off of Goodreads because I do a lot of reviews. The books come in. Yes, I'll do your review for you, hon. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, I got 15 audiobooks in the last 2 months that I have done, blogged on them. And I like the audiobooks because they're pretty cool because I can sit and read and do audiobooks at the same time. But I'm going to say I'm on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Book Hub, and a couple of the other sites. So if you want to get a hold of me, I will tell you that I also do reviews for other things. Have kids from 1 to 16, girls and boys. Have 3 pets here and 2 out. So there's 4 dogs and 1 cat. We'll do reviews on anything for the animals. And if you want to get a hold of me at DesiTheBlonde at MSN.com. Have a good day, guys. Bye.